Look at this, huh? I really want to get your views on my inability to put in a new font to the rest of the people watching, because your frustration with me is feeding my soul. I feel like Dark Eldar powered from pain right now.
I mean, I'm just not surprised.
I mean,
I mean, like, what do you want from me? I tell you to do something, and it just doesn't change, and
I,
that's okay.
I
No,
totally
it
did it.
did. The font is changed, just not the other one. We have two fonts. You did one of them.
I don't know what that means.
Two. The number
You
two.
said to download Papua New Guinea, and I downloaded
Brad.
Papua New Guinea.
Two. You have fixed one of them.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know there was two. And as a matter of fact, I can't tell what changed, by the way. So, eh. Eh. You know, I feel that I like Sex Panther. 50% of the time, it works every time.
You just need to install the other one. It's called Good Times. You like Good Times.
I love good times. I don't know how I feel about this Papua New Guinea.
All right, buddy. Let's dig into these lists. How about they need to be fixed?
I'm willing to fix some lists. And weirdly enough, that is what this particular segment is called. Fix my list.
All right. So first up, we've got. I believe this is Matt O.
It is Matto. And I decided to help you out a little bit because you told me that there was an Emperor Chosen Vanguard in this list, and there is not. So I deleted it.
Oh, thanks, buddy. That is clearly that's well. Oh, it's good. That's
I was there for you.
thanks. I appreciate you. At least you didn't forget the 30 Die Avengers.
Let's talk about this. We got Kyria Draxus. We've got Morven Vol. We've got Canoness with Martyr's Strength, Blade of Sacrifice, Empire's Grace. This is a Martyr Lady Battalion, by the way. Saint Celestine, Missionary. We have 4 characters.
Yeah. So the list had 4 characters in the HQ slot. So I was going to talk about that.
Okay.
That's not legal. But Morven Vol, you just put her in a Supreme Command, and we're all good here.
Then it's legal. Then we've got Double Battle Sisters with a 10-man unit of novitiates, 8 Sacrosants, a Dogmata with Don't Cast Your Psychics on Me, Bro. 2 Repentia, 1817, a Repentia Superior for that advance and charge. 5 Seraphim, 2 Double Hand Flamers, 9 Zeph, 6 Zeph, 7 Retributors with a Cherub and old Semaculum. 7 Retributors with 3 multi-melt. Why is there 3 multi-melts in here and no flavor then?
Yeah, I was going to say, so my first takeaway is the Retributors need to have 4 multi-meltas, because the strongest thing that Order of our Martyr Lady has, in my opinion, is the fact they have a 1 CP shoot on death for Retributors.
Yeah, it's
and
huge.
it's on a 4+. So I would really like to have the extra multi-melta so that when they die, you can shoot more reliably and shoot your opponent. Because when they shoot, they hit on 2s.
Also, I still hate the extra Retributors. We can argue about that till the day we die.
We sure might, buddy. But the 10 think about it this way, right? You have a problem with 5-man Retributors where if they step out and shoot, they just die. John and I have both played 10 girl strong Retributors. What you do against shooting lists is you step out only the multi-meltas, and you shoot with the multi-meltas. And then when you get shot back, you shoot on death. And then you take a missionary, which this list doesn't have. I'm going to change that. And you resurrect D3 of them, and then you shoot, and you use the second cherub. And it's very hard to stop the units from shooting, whereas a 5-girl unit shoots 1 time, and that is it.
Yeah, we'll just disagree on this one. I love it. You guys love it. And if you love it, I love it.
Aww.
I just think that they get pulled because I'm just going to shoot a lot at them.
It's hard if there's only four Retributors out in the open, because you only take the hits on them. There's really not that much that just clean scoops the whole unit that isn't like a crisis unit.
Some, yes. I guess he could use it against just some shooting stuff, but I'm just going to punch him in the face and stuff like that. That's all.
Well, it is hard to get close to sisters without getting hit with Repentia and the Retributor shooting you, and
It is,
Sacrosanct and Zephyrum.
it is if I have these two. I would like, let's make this list legal for one.
Yeah, move Morven Vol to a Supreme Command.
Let's do that. I'm still not sold on putting random one psyker into my list.
Yeah, I don't think you need Draxus here.
It just
if you take her for a psychic secondary, your opponent's going to dive her and just pick her up.
100%. I'm going to send a death squad. I'm so willing to trade so much stuff to give you basically a 3 because you get to do it once on ritual or interrogation or whatever. I'm just going to send everything over to make sure that it's so worthwhile to just kill him. So I don't really like having it. It also means that you can't take a boar. You can't. Also, you are now susceptible for Wrath of Magnus. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Order of our Martyred Lady has some things that they do well. They're probably not going to look like a standard Bloody Rose list. I would really like 3 units of Retributors and then have your combat come from special characters, like named characters.
I do. I mean, the Martyred Strength Canoness is kind of a monster.
Yeah. That character I like. I would probably take the Missionary out and just put in a Preacher. And then take Ephriel Stern and Kaiganil, a character who is not bad, a good character, and who does not rely on being Bloody Rose in order to do her damage. And then you have, in combat, you have Vol, the Canoness, Celestine, and then Ephriel Stern and Kaiganil. And that would cover a lot of your combat there.
So what do we're not even trying to make it a Bloody Rose, but what, Matt, since you're here, Matt, what are the thoughts for staying Martyred Lady? What are the strengths? Is it just a fluff? Is it how you have them done? You know what I mean? That's all I'm wondering. So, because I want to push into the strength of the Martyred Lady then.
Yeah, the strengths of our Martyred Lady is basically that Retributors can shoot on death and they get bonuses to hit if they've lost any models.
Yep.
Which is a great reason to take the 10 girl Retributors because you will lose models and not lose the unit and then be able to shoot hitting on 2s.
But at that point in time, though, I kind of want to just find a third unit of Retributors because that's the strength of it at that point in time. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, let's lean into what the Martyred Lady does better than.
Yeah, I mean, I am legitimately considering 3 10 girl Retributor bricks. And just blowing people up when they get to mid-range.
Well, the thing is let's talk about taking 2 bricks and then just taking 1 5er. You know what I mean? And just firing on death with the third one.
I could see that.
Because we don't have that many points. 3. You know what I mean? So, but I would like to just have the firepower because you're not going to out-punch Bloody Rose. So I want to do what Martyred Lady does better, which is churn up some Miracle Dice and shoot on death and then have the crazy Canoness slamming mortal wounds on everybody.
Yeah, I'm looking up our Martyred Lady supplement, and a Martyr's duty is they shoot on a 4+ for 1 CP, and yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think we lose Draxus. I just don't. Gives us some extra points to find that third Retributor for me.
Honestly, I would probably just give the Dogmata the Sigil Ecclesiasticus instead of taking this Missionary.
So you can just roll 2 anyways?
You just roll 2 anyways.
Yeah.
And you can drop Draxus, you drop the Missionary. And I do think in this list you will want to take Ephriel Stern because she doesn't need to be Bloody Rose. She's hard to get rid of. John was very impressed with her when he ran her. She's just -1 to hit and wound, and she has a bunch of like invulned up wounds before you actually get to her, and she does mortal wounds, and she ignores invulns, and she's not that expensive. So I like her.
She also got the weird non-target or the targetable smite, but that's not a smite.
Yeah. So I actually really like Ephriel Stern and Kaiganil, and you can move out of Repentia because they are a lot worse outside of Bloody Rose. Or you can move out of the Sacrosanct or move out of the Zephyrum. I think I want to lose some of that melee package and put it into special characters and more retributors.
But you're trying
personally.
to hero hammer this list up.
I actually think that's how you play it if you go Order of a Martyred Lady, because otherwise you're just kind of discount. You're like bargain bin Bloody Rose. You're Bloody Rose from Wish.
I do want to point out the fact that I'm wearing a Team Edward shirt.
Well, you should try sitting up then.
I mean, it doesn't help that much. I'm not very tall.
Oh, okay. Well, there's like a little lever under your chair you can hit, and it'll hike the chair up.
This all seems like... But my shirt also says Team Edward unless Jacob is shirtless.
So what I need to look up is what does Emperor's Grace do on the Canoness? Let me see. Model heals and regains D3 lost wounds every turn.
Yeah, you have to, because you're going to keep doing wounds to her. You want her to stay alive more than a turn, because you want to do damage to her, the juice her up, and then you want to keep her doing that if at all possible.
The miraculous ability is core and characters within the miracle range of her. Your opponent can't reroll hits, wounds, or damage, which will keep the Retributors alive for a very long time if you're within range of them. So that is, I don't hate that. I would probably take that. I was thinking of taking Word of the Emperor and just turning her into a missile once a game. You're like, you're dead. But I do actually like the Emperor's Grace because you can just heal her up every time that she takes damage.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is you're looking to do a lot of your damage with your characters, so I want them to be able to activate more than once and be effective.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah.
I feel that I've been fixed.
You do? That's probably what I would do is
It's
cut
not-
some of the combat, cut the missionary, cut Draxus, I'm just doing a summary here. Put Sigil Ecclesiasticus on the Dogmata,